Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War Chant is going full throat. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Seminoles will kick it away first. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. Quick handoff. They start the afternoon with a run, and it goes nowhere.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Beck. Fires to the big fella. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Get it out on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
Quick strike complete. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets now.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. A little screen to the running back. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now from quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Now on 2nd down after the short completion. Running back searching for a hole. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw, it's back. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And they give him enough for the 1st down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the 1st. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's a good example of how pressure on the quarterback can affect his accuracy. There was no way that ball was being completed.
Now facing a 2nd and 10 from the 28 after that last incompletion. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Then they strike first.
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire 1st quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Dogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia!
Number 1 with the catch.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. To the air, it's back. Fires to the tight end. He gets it in there for the 2-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Offense getting set for 1st down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Little touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you've got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Catch in the middle. It's Tuafili. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Tuafili. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to the air one more time. Caught close to the marker. It's Benson. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Motion from the offense. Looking to go up top on first down. They're trying to get to it. Balls it in. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. Looking downfield, it's Glenn. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now.
29 Philly.
From the gun. Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Georgia 8, Florida State 6.
One-score game, still the first half, and they want the ball right back, going for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Gonna run it. It's Etienne.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on third down. Looking for a man. It's Beck. They've got the screen set up. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They got it to him out in the flats, but a sure tackle and the big stop there for this defense.
Man, those aren't easy tackles. You know, you're stretched way out wide. You're running a long way to come up and make a tackle, but great job by the defense, seeing it, reacting, getting the guy on the ground quickly.
Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Throws to the wideout. Ball in the air, intercepted! And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Well, the defense comes away with a pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that pass picked off. Takes it the other way. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, the safety did a great job staying back in that cover 2 look. He's got basically that half of the field. He's reading the quarterback's eyes, and he knows where he's going with it. He was able to make a jump on the ball and end up picking it off.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw. It's back. Coming after it. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half.
Georgia 8, Florida State 6.
The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right. Oh, it's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Everywhere, it's a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been.
Man, and that's great defense. Break on the football. Make sure they don't get the touchdown, but those are the opportunities you have to just pull that in, make the big play, stop the bleeding, have had a long drive, and really shift that momentum back to your offense.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. Back to throw, it's back. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Bringing it back. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him.
Touchdown, no! And that one will give him the lead. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the two. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
On second down, he'll let it fly. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Got it in the middle. It's Lovett. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They'll go with the running game on fourth down here. At the 20, he's got space. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
I got to challenge my guys all throughout the week. When we get in these short yardage situations, who's the bigger man? Who's the better man? Who's going to be more physical? These are the situations we practice all week. Challenge the manhood of the offensive line, and they come through in a big way.
Wants to throw on first down. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
And here comes the offense on second down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Caught behind the line. It's Etienne. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there getting set. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Caught over the middle. It's Morlock. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to throw it again. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Fast motion from the offense. Scanning the field, it's Glenn. Got a man. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he intercepts it. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. They're going to get another chance after throwing the ball away. That roughing the passer call quite fortuitous for this offense. Comes out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. The Dogs haven't just been hungry. They've been famished. They have just eaten up this offense all day.
Everything they've tried to do hasn't worked. This defense, not only are they well organized, not only are they talented, they're well coached, they listen, they play so hard, they don't give you a thing.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. They'll try to pick up a few here on third down, but from here, it would be a 60-yard attempt. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On third and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete. Touchdown Seminoles! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Critical juncture of the game late, and you're trying to find your best one-on-one matchup to take advantage of. Of course, it's the tight end. With his size, his wingspan, and his athleticism, really good decision by the quarterback at a critical juncture in this game.
And the extra point was good. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. On the run, it's Etienne. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man by himself. Great move there. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
I think on offense here, in a 2-minute situation, down in possession, you got to think about taking shots down the field. A quick game, these screens, bubbles, swings, that's not going to work here.
Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Going the other way, and he's got room. Past the 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Florida State. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going.